Hello and welcome to Dad Life Reviews. My name is Scott. I'm a father of two now. Let's get into this review. At the making of this video, we are just around the corner from Valentine's Day. And whether you're planning a romantic date night with your wife or girlfriend, or maybe it's another time of year when you're watching this video and you just want to smell great on your next date, I have your back with three great, no, amazing date night fragrances that are inspirations of very popular and expensive niche perfumes. So let's get into this. Let's start off with Lalique White and Black. Now, Lalique is a popular designer brand, and this is their take on the very popular, best-selling Layton by Parfums de Marly. Now, what do you get with Lalique White and Black? Well, first of all, let me explain. This is a designer take on a niche fragrance. So, for example, if you're familiar with Montblanc's Explorer, that is their clone or inspiration of Aventus. What Montblanc Explorer is to Aventus, this is to Layton. It's a designer take on a niche fragrance. It's getting you in and about that 80 to 85% similar range. The only difference here really is quality of ingredients. Obviously, a $300 niche fragrance versus a $50 to $60 designer fragrance. There's a little bit of quality difference, but as far as the scent experience goes, we're talking 80 to 85% similar. And also the longevity is where things are a little bit less here. But where Layton's Parfums de Marly will last you 8, 9, 10 plus hours, Lalique White and Black will give you a solid 6 hours. And it's not as strongly projecting. So I think for a date night, this is kind of perfect. Now, what does it smell like? Well, you start off with a citrusy blast of freshness, but then that will transition into the mid, where you get the main players, which are vanilla and cardamom and lavender. And those last the duration of this fragrance. It is just a delectable scent. In the base, you're also going to get some patchouli and balsam, ambroxan and patchouli. The ambroxan is, again, as I was saying before, it has a kind of a designer take element to it. That ambroxan is really, I think, what accounts for that. That gives it its push, but that ambroxan smell is more of a designer kind of a take on this DNA. So it smells amazing. And it'll give you 6 hours, and I think we'll have your loved one cozying in just a little bit closer to smell this amazing fragrance that you're wearing. So I think you'd be well served to wear White and Black by Lalique. Next up, we have the House of Armaf. Now, if you're not familiar with Armaf, this is a clone house. They made their name by cloning popular fragrances, specifically Creed fragrances, and even more specifically Aventus fragrances, the whole Club de Nuit line. But this is Club de Nuit Précieux. This is a higher end line. This is Club de Nuit Précieux 1. So I'm assuming they're going to have others in the future. This is their take or their inspiration on Aventus Absolute. Now, Aventus Absolute came out last year. It is a deeper, richer, modernized take on their original Aventus. And it is an amazing fragrance, very well selling, but it is very expensive. We're talking $500 plus expensive. So if you want to get in that DNA space for a fraction of the price, then you should check out Club de Nuit Précieux. Now, what does that smell like? Well, this fragrance has many more notes than the original. So I'm just going to, bear with me here, review my notes so I can not miss anything. It starts off with pineapple and lemon, which their fragrances are known for, but it's a smoother, much higher quality. This fragrance is their high-end brand, so they're using top-notch naturals and oils, so it's much smoother. So pineapple, lemon, caramel, pear, bergamot, pink pepper, and black pepper. So what that basically means is this is going to be a smooth, fruity, and rich opening to this fragrance. Then in the mid, you've got oak moss, whitewood, anise, jasmine, and lily of the valley. Now, the lily of the valley are the white florals, which just sort of round out this fragrance and really just smooth off the edges. It's a beautiful blend. So that's what that does. And then in the base, you have ambroxan, vanilla, white musk, leather, cedar, and patchouli. Now, what I find present throughout, including the mid, is the vanilla and the leather. And the leather is, again, one of those differences. This is not a one-to-one clone fragrance. This isn't inspired by. You get where they're going, but they take it in a slightly fruitier direction, and they also have different elements like the leather, which I personally really enjoy in this fragrance. So this is a great all-year fragrance. You can wear it day or night. It does work really well at night, but day or night and all 4 seasons, which is really beneficial because it has that versatility where white and black is more of a fall, winter, spring. This is all 4 seasons, day or night. You can wear this fragrance, and it's a very addicting smell. So I think you'd be well served on Valentine's or any date night to wear Club de Nuit Précieux 1. Finally, we have from the House of Dumont, Barouge Sillage. This is also Dumont's high-end line, the Barouge line. I believe at the filming of this video, they have 4 fragrances in this line, but Sillage is their take on the very popular Angel Share by Kilian. Now, this fragrance is known for being an apple, cinnamon, and cognac fragrance. Absolutely delectable. And I find that that fragrance is perfect for all the cold holidays. So we're talking Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's. So this is their take on that DNA. Now, it does have its differences. Again, all 3 of these fragrances are inspirations. They're not one-to-one clones. This fragrance, I would say, where the other 2 were 80 to 85%, I'd say this is about 75% similar to Angel Share by Kilian. And the main differences are the plum and the iris. And I'll explain how both of those play into this fragrance. Now, in the beginning, I'm just going to grab my notes here so I don't miss anything. I want you to be well informed. In the beginning, you're going to be getting that plum, cognac, and cinnamon. Now, although the cognac is present, you can definitely smell it. In Angel Share, the cognac is more present. It's a bigger player, where in this fragrance, I find the 2 main players are the plum and the cinnamon. But they do give the same experience of that whole apple cinnamon smell. To describe it, my mother-in-law has apple trees in her backyard, and she'll pick the apples and she'll boil them down, and she'll add cinnamon and serve them. And so you eat these creamy apples, boiled apples with cinnamon. If you could imagine that smell for a moment, then couple that with a classy cognac, that is basically this fragrance. It's incredible. It also has notes of myrrh, iris, tonka bean, vanilla, and sandalwood. The iris is what's giving it that freshness over the original inspiration here. So this may help this fragrance to last even into the spring. It's definitely not a summer fragrance, but it definitely freshens it up enough that I would suggest you could wear this for fall, winter, and spring. Again, all the cold holidays will have you smelling just irresistible. It is an amazing fragrance. Again, one of those addicting fragrances. As I said, I usually spray around my neck and then on the backs of my hands, and I definitely catch myself sniffing my hand when I'm wearing this fragrance. And where this fragrance will last 8 to 10 hours. Oh, I didn't mention, I mentioned that the first fragrance lasts about 6 hours. This is in the 8 to 10 range, 10-hour range, as is this. But this on clothing is nuclear. I mean, you literally have to wash your clothes to get this smell off. Now, that's not such a bad thing if it's on your winter jacket and you wear this fragrance a lot. But on clothing, this lasts for a long time. And on skin, 8 to 10 hours. But this is a great fragrance. All three of them are great date night fragrances. I had my wife actually smell all three of them off strips, and her favorites were Armaf, Club de Nuit Précieux, followed by Lalique, White and Black, followed by Barouge Sillage. However, that was off strips. When she smelt this fragrance off a strip, she really picked up on that cognac note. And she's not a drinker, so she said it smells like a bar. But then a couple of days ago, when I was wearing this fragrance, she smelt it and she's like, oh, that smells really good. I really smell the apple and cinnamon. And so it's funny how things play differently off of skin than off of a strip. So she really enjoys all three of these, as I'm sure your loved ones will as well. I get a lot of use out of all of these, and I hope whichever of these you might think might serve you, it serves you very well as well. Now, if you'd like to see more content like this, please do smash that subscribe button. Please leave your comments in the bottom. I'd love to hear what are your favorite date night fragrances. And I'm sure other people that are watching this video might want to check out the comments to get your recommendations as well. Also, please like this video, and I'm going to come back to you with more videos that I feel can help you to be the best spouse or partner, the best parent, and the best man or woman that you can be. So whether that's fragrances or books, I'm going to get my hands on and recommend as many great things for you as possible. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video. Happy Valentine's to you and yours, and we'll see you in the next video.